Okay. Let's see. Do we want to go watch later? What do we have? What did I put on? It's all dumb. Let's go. Let's get into some shit.
What's your name?
My name is V.
My name is Emily.
My name's Austin.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Yes.
In like 90% of my relationships, yes. I
That's insane.
magnetize infidelity.
My last ex is currently with the guy that she matched on Tinder with while we were together.
They matched while you were together.
Correct.
Brutal.
She's like, oh, like we're just friends.
This dude looks like Matthew Broderick.
Don't worry about it.
Have you ever cheated in a relationship?
No.
Yes. They were great to me. That's the worst part about it. And I felt like it played a part in our wedding not happening.
I haven't like
What? You cheating?
kissed another while I was like committed. Also like don't really date. So like if we're just porking,
Fuck boy.
I mean it's
I'm sorry.
Dude's using porkin' to describe all sex? That's fucking insane.
Porking?
yeah.
Okay. How many times would you say you've cheated?
No comments. I'm not about to incriminate myself.
Okay, so today you're gonna have to determine if people have cheated or if they've been cheated on.
Okay.
How are you going to decide?
Are they outgoing? Do they like to be the center of attention? People who cheat typically comes from a place of insecurity or want for approval or affection in places that they don't get it.
Okay, everybody head on in.
Hello.
What's up? How you doing?
If you had to pick one person, who do you think is a cheater?
I gotta go with this gal right here.
Blue shirt and backwards cap. He's got what I'd say fuckboy tattoos. The pearl necklace is also like the new age, like e-boy kind of thing. It's untrustworthy.
I didn't know when did pearl necklaces become a thing? Because I don't think your mother's a fucking e-boy at all.
Well, my name is Reese.
Reese?
Yes, sir.
Austin.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Nice to meet you.
How's it feel to be the largest in the room, man? You're intimidating, I'll tell you that.
When you're looking for your next relationship, what qualities are you looking for?
Somebody who is supportive.
And would people call you charming?
I hope so. Yeah.
Okay. Do you like to be the center of attention?
Yeah.
What do you do for a living?
I do comedy.
How do you?
I think it's fucking bizarre. There's like this it's essentially like a YouTube tutorial on identifying narcissists or something,
Okay,
you know?
I heard comedians like they get girls.
Dude, he should tank.
Well, tell the women that.
I get cheated on by, especially based off that last statement. He's been searching for love, and I think cheaters are not doing that.
I think you're the cheater because
I think that plenty of people delude themselves into thinking they're searching for love while they cheat. You know what I mean?
you're a comedian. Okay, if
Jester
you can make them
maxing.
giggle, you can make them cheeks jiggle. So like,
I would say cheater. You were saying you're looking for someone who is supportive, maybe supportive through your flaws. I'm gonna go with that.
All right, no worries.
Hi.
I don't trust the person who's been cheated on in 90% of our relationships to identify a single cheater appropriately at all.
what's your body count?
2.
Oof.
This is the person you thought was most likely to be a cheater.
Oh, I could be regretting these words. I don't know. That smile. Yeah, she could woo a man.
She's hot. That doesn't mean she cheats, you fucking dingnut.
Do you like to party?
A little bit, casually, sometimes.
Sounds suspicious. Are you
Are you Andrew Tate? What the fuck? Do you like to party for the streets?
in a committed relationship right now?
I am, yes.
For how long?
About a year and a half.
What were your ground rules going into that relationship?
Comfortability, someone I can trust, someone who supports me, who talks to me nicely.
You
Cheated on.
have like a nice committed aura about you. You
okay.
are not the cheater. You have been.
Just because this woman is in fucking JCPenney attire doesn't mean she's committed. I don't.
cheated on.
I get
She's just...
cheated on vibes. Super sweet people, like, unfortunately, they get preyed on.
I'm gonna stick with my original. You're the cheater. This right here is a marvelous looking woman. All right,
Hot women cheat.
she's got no
Fucking
problem
idiot.
attracting the opposite sex.
And this dude, like, if you could attract the opposite sex, would you be cheating? Like, what do you...
Thank you.
This dude sucks.
If I were to call your most recent ex, how would they feel about talking to you again?
We still talk all the time.
Okay.
You were very tough looking. I mean, you might use that chain to whip somebody. While they're in their cage, you go about your business.
What do you
Do
do
you think they would count the time I cheated on my 5th grade girlfriend with a RuneScape GF?
for a living?
I work at a
I don't
drug
think
and
so,
alcohol
but you know what?
treatment
It could.
facility.
What made you want to do that, actually?
Ooh, maybe.
I am a recovering drug addict.
I know it's bait, but if anything's going to lead you to do shit you don't agree with.
I was doing heroin for 8 years.
Oh, wow.
And in January it'll be 5 years drug free.
That's really
yeah.
amazing. I'm proud of you. I don't know you, but I'm proud of you.
God, man, that just goes to show how fucking intense drug addiction is, that this person has probably spent most of their lives undoing drug addiction on some level. 8 years in a fucking hole, 5 years clean. I mean, this woman can't be much older than 28, you know?
Thank you.
It's like, you know, that's 13 years essentially, right? It's like it's got to be almost half her life. Like, I don't know.
It's really nothing. It's fine.
I do think you cheated, but I do believe it's because it's related to your drug addiction. A lot of times, like, sex becomes something that we do just out of depression, things like that.
Yeah, I agree.
People make
It's insane, though. Yo! What up, Jay? How we doing? Welcome in. Thank you for the fat raid. I appreciate that. Welcome, Raiders. Are you still alive, Jay? What level are you? Did we get up there? What's going on? Talk to me, Goose.
I'm gonna say you're the cheater, and I don't think you'd feel bad about it. You're gonna be like, this is it. Deal with it.
This dude's just going to call everyone a cheater. No thoughts.
Come
This
on,
dude
Super
sucks.
Cheetah.
30? Yo, let's go. What is this?
Yeah, I talked to this dude, Sony today.
Yeah.
First time really talking one-on-one. Dude is fucking awesome.
Oh, Sonny's great.
Yeah,
Cool dude.
like,
And he's handsome.
he is really good looking. Like, dude is a fucking giga chad. He's like a more anime forward Wake Wilder. Yeah, I talked to
More anime forward. He's a cool guy. I love Sony.
How many relationships have you been in seriously?
Just one.
How long?
8 years.
And what about before that? What were you doing before your 20s and 30s?
Going from loser to loser to loser to loser to
Anime forward. Sony does love anime.
loser.
Okay, people usually say loser when they get cheated on.
How do you feel about people who cheat?
5-piece scenario? Dude. Big dick shit. Let's go.
20s and 30s.
Going from loser to loser to loser to loser to loser.
Okay, people usually say loser when they get cheated on.
How do you feel about people who cheat?
I probably
Well,
get
they
cheated
must
on.
be going through something, or either that, or they're just
He's married
Horny.
now.
Their needs are not being met in bed, right? Their girl isn't given any pee, right?
This dude is so fucking Tate coded, man. This dude sucks.
They gotta find it somewhere.
I wouldn't know that. I'm gay as hell, so I would.
They had to find some pee.
You know what? You're super sweet.
Thank you.
I do not think you're a cheater. I think someone has cheated on you.
I think you've been cheating on.
Woman's
I'm gonna
voice
go
is
with
great.
you've been cheated on before. I would refer to a bunch of my
insane.
exes.
You bet I suck, Asimo? What?
This is loser.
Did you get cheated on a lot?
In like most of my adult relationships, yes. Come forward. I feel like we're already off on a bad
How do you
start.
get cheated on that
We'll
much?
see. We'll see where
What's
you
your name?
Lucas.
There's some kind of selection issue occurring. Like, there's some fucking, you know, psychological bias towards a certain individual.
Love all the jewelries. Yeah.
Thank you.
You got the pearls too? I was debating wearing mine, man, but
You kind of got,
Like, she's got to be the person who's, like, melting when someone's like, I've never told anyone that before. I've never trusted someone like you.
you know, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, but you know, like, Like the F-boy, like you smooth.
I knew you were gonna
yeah.
say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
I get big F-boy vibes from you. Be for real. You're a cheater.
He's dressed about as fucking 98 as you could. Like, this is like a 2002 Limp Bizkit getup, man.
You're a cheater.
I'm gonna say you cheated. You do have a nice like swagger to you.
I'm gonna say he's a heartbreaker. I think your DMs are not dry. You're the cheater. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that.
Those big ass old school skate shoes too.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a server at Cheesecake Factory.
Do you get tipped well at work?
I do.
Because you're beautiful.
Aw, thank you.
Yes.
How many serious relationships have you been in?
2.
Okay, and how long were they each?
2 years each.
I think cheated on. 2 years is a long time to be committed
Or cheated. 2 years seems to be a breaking point for a lot of people.
in both of those, so.
It's like you have a year of euphoria of like, oh my god, this person, and then another year of kind of like gradual decline, and then people might not have the best, capacity to be like, okay, this is now turned into a fucking nightmare, and I need to eject. You know what I
A lot
mean?
of people who do cheat probably are monkey branching to the next relationship.
I think you've been cheated on. I just think you look easy to cheat on. So,
Okay. What does that mean? I look easy to be cheated on.
you have a trusting demeanor.
This dude's operating off of the single least reliable vibe. Like, this guy's capacity to pick up on someone's vibe is bizarrely off and hyper confident.
I feel like you are a
It
cheater
doesn't
because
even make
you have a lot
sense,
of opportunity
man.
at the Cheesecake Factory. So
Okay.
this is how I pictured it in my head.
She's like, that's where people go to fuck, is to the Cheesecake Factory? Everyone's trying to fuck the waitress at the Cheesecake Factory. Have you ever had a meal at Cheesecake Factory? No fucking happens after fucking 5,000 calories of cheesecake and heavy cream. You know? Fucking, 3 pounds of pasta and a bunch of bread before all of it. No.
A guy walks in, he sees you, he gets his cheesecake. He's like, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. Comes back, gets a cheesecake, and he came for more than cheesecake. So that's what I feel.
Thank you.
Who did Emily guess correctly?
3? Hey, that's 50%. I'm okay with that.
Woo! That's more than 2. That's more than 2.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
All right, so invite Reese back up.
All right, let's
and
chat with him.
You're gonna find out their backstory.
Tell me about yourself.
I cheated. My almost married.
Yo, thank you for
But that's not why
gifting.
we
I
broke
appreciate
up.
that, man.
She never knew. She never found out.
Wow.
And she watches
What
the show.
happened?
All right, so invite Reese.
I cheated. My most current ex.
I think that a lot of comedians tend to look. I think that individuals who seek attention at all costs are going to be those who most quickly bore of the attention they already have. You know what I mean? And so there's always going to be this new target of fixation for them to be like, I need their approval. You know what I mean? It's
But that's not why we broke up. She never knew. She never found out.
Wow.
If she watches this, she'll figure it out.
So you're a cheater.
I'm not a cheater, but I have cheated.
What you do realize that, like, once you become a cashier, you're a cashier. If you're a you're a cheater.
obviously not everyone who's in a position of being observed wants to cheat, but I think that the likelihood exponentiates. Like, I feel like in the same way that, what would drive someone to, like, let's say, single-mindedly and feverishly pursue attention altogether? It's probably some kind of fundamental, sense of inadequacy or, an insecurity of some kind, right? So I think that you're just going to get a higher representation and selection bias for personality disorders, formative traumas, things of that nature. Like, what is the deficit you're working from to, like, put yourself out there and be like, please tell me I'm enough. By the way, guys, follow the stream if you know.
Not if you get another job, though.
So what do you feel strongly about? Like, do you feel bad about what you did?
No.
But you don't want to be labeled a cheater.
No, because I'm not a habitual cheater.
So what happened? Why did you cheat?
I heard that she was, doing her own thing on the side, dating other people. So, this other young lady who I've known for a while expressed her interest. Seemed like too good of an opportunity. We had a ton of fun together, so just had to ride that wave.
You sound proud, like you're saying this with your chest.
I have fun.
What are you doing?
Retaliatory cheating is
Fun. You can say it. You can say it. It's fine. Have you ever cheated?
No, but I probably should have.
Okay, I've seen. Listen, I'm telling you.
I understand your situation, so.
Yeah.
Nothing sounds more upsetting and like anxiety provoking than cheating. You know what I mean? Like that sounds horrid. I don't even in the event that it's retaliatory, it's like I don't want to live with that kind of difference with someone, you know what I mean? That kind of like secret. That just sounds horrid.
You cheated before?
Is cheating like I took a girl? I took a girl.
Yeah, there's no reason to cheat. I mean, it comes from a desire to, you know, have the approval of as many people as you can, I imagine. But yeah.
Girl out.
That's
We were
cheating, though.
stalling it, but it was like our
That's cheating.
relationship was at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, it's still cheating though.
Show of hands, would you consider that cheating?
Yeah, it's true.
This is therapy.
This is therapy. We talk it out.
You feel better?
Not really.
Okay, remind me again, what did I guess for you, please?
That I got cheated on.
And I got you correct.
Yes.
What happened, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I was with my ex-partner for like 5 years. He went out with all of our friends one night, my best friend at the time included. And then a few months like down the road, he was like, yeah, I kissed blank.
Your best friend?
My best friend in my house, like when I was asleep.
Bad fucking friends, man. Jesus Christ. There's gotta be some, like, look, there's like a momentary horror, but then you realize that you've been like nurturing relationships with awful people. And the relief of kind of having had them rule themselves out, I think, is enormous, right?
Sleeping in my, you know, it was like an ultimate betrayal type thing.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was messed up.
Obviously, you're not friends with.
No,
friend
unfortunately.
anymore.
No. Yeah, I confronted her about it. She took herself off of FaceTime when we were like on the phone about it. And haven't talked to her since.
That's rough.
What about me gave cheater vibes though?
It's always the most innocent looking ones. I don't
Oh.
know what her phone messages be looking like.
They're all clean.
They're clean, and I believe it.
This dude's so Tate adjacent, man.
No.
Yeah.
This guy sucks.
Okay, I got
Fucking look at her, man.
you.
It's like simultaneously, I want you to be a fucking trad wife so that I know that you have never done anything impure and I'm the only person who knows your genitals. It's just me. And then it's like it doesn't matter. Women are whores no matter what, right? If you're dressed slutty, you're a slut. You've obviously cheated. If you're dressed innocent, you're dressed too innocent. You're obviously a whore who cheats. It never ends. This is a prison we've built for women.
right.
It's
Okay,
insane.
and you're a cheater?
I'm a reformed cheater.
Okay.
You were correct, but I definitely did not like what you had to say about it. You said that it's because I look like a dominatrix or something. And
Textbook this fucking dingus.
yeah, definitely not whips and chains
Whips and chains.
kind of
Hey,
thing.
you could. You could.
No, it was definitely an insecurity, like I needed help. And when you're a drug addict, people like me sort of have a hole inside of themselves and they don't know how to fill it.
It's bottomless, that's why.
Exactly. I was always so insecure about myself. I felt like such a low person. If anybody would
Yeah, it's something about that's a great way to put it. Yeah. It's like a way of learning how to live around the hole until it no longer bothers you. You build bridges over it rather than fill it. You know? That makes sense. Interesting.
look at me and want to pursue me, I would hold on to that. I'd take full responsibility.
I mean, I think that's where the majority of cheating comes from, is just this, like, you know, yawning chasm of insecurity and you know, like, it's a need to have anything affirm you. Like, be it for some childhood trauma or, you know, some kind of personality disorder or an addiction of some kind, but there's something that, like, you know, needs to be affirmed, right?
There's no excuse. It didn't feel good. I felt guilty every time. I would immediately call them after I cheated and told.
And like being a drug addict doesn't necessarily make you someone who I think would cheat, right? But I do think that what would lead someone to like habitual drug use is likely colored by all of the things I had mentioned earlier, like a formative childhood trauma that's left lingering insecurity, you want to escape, etc.
Told them exactly what happened, crying, but I've gotten a lot of help through therapy and I definitely am not that person anymore.
Was it ever worth it?
No.
No.
Can we just why they keep playing the first part of In the Hall of the Mountain King on loop as the background in this video? I don't know, they do it all the fucking time though.
Never once.
So you didn't have a Reese experience.
No.
Where it was a little worth it. A little worth it.
Hey Zeus,
How's it going?
what was my answer for you again?
That I was.
Therapy seemed to work out. How's that Kappa? It seems like she's kind of at least aware of the issues and working through them.
Cheated on. I'm a cheater.
Cheater.
You did.
Debate.
Okay, why did you cheat?
For my birthday last year, I wanted to have a threesome, my first threesome ever. Me and my husband were just arguing like a lot, and it didn't happen. So
He hates it. Other compositions can invoke intrigue and furtiveness. I think it's just you know what the issue is? It's that people are. This particular soundscape is going to evoke that feeling in people because they've experienced it before, and there's a familiarity that maybe keeps people looping. I guarantee you they probably have done others and just stress tested it over and over again, and been like, this is the one that people seem to be retained most by.
just being petty.
So you cheated because you didn't get your threesome?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How did
Now
y'all
he's like,
work
I get
A lot
it.
of screaming, a lot of eating, a lot of smoking weed.
Okay.
That's pretty much a lot of talking. I started therapy.
Okay.
And therapy kind of helped me out as well to realize who the hell I was instead of just this person that I thought I.
A great therapist will change your fucking life. A bad therapist could fucking ruin it. You gotta be. I'm struggling with a breakup, my first love. How do I get over her? Well, I think one of the few things that have reliably worked for me is that I tunnel all of my time, energy, and personal ambitions. I redirect them from wherever they were presently kind of being, tethered, and I put them all into classic World of Warcraft. Your sole goal is to hit level 60 in hardcore World of Warcraft. Okay? You don't know women, you don't know people, you only know the individuals that inhabit Goldshire at any given moment, the crossroads at any given moment. That's it. That's all you know now. No, legitimately, dude, I think that the best thing to do is, one, delete all the fucking memories, delete the text, delete the number, hang out with your friends as often as you can, pick up a hobby, try to keep yourself engaged, and over time, you have to realize that a lot of what love is and the pain of a breakup is you essentially destabilized what oftentimes becomes your sole locus of affirmation and identity, because you put so much time, effort, and energy into this relationship and this relationship alone, especially when you're young or it's your first time really loving someone. This has become a reflection of your worthiness to the world because we exalt love, right? Someone chose us. We were enough. That's the marker for whether or not we're in love. Someone chooses to be with us. You know what I mean? And it sets us up for this cataclysmic meltdown in the event that people move the fuck on. And we realize that, over time, in all likelihood, there are a lot of reasons why you guys ended up breaking up. And it's pretty fucking easily identifiable by you specifically, I'd be willing to bet, right? You'd be like, oh, shit. We didn't like the same things. We didn't have, good banter beyond, the initial, let's say, us engaging with one another for the first time, right? When we first started talking, sure, it was fun because you're getting to know someone. But then when you get to know them, is there compatibility on a longitudinal kind of way, So regardless, try some new stuff, hang out with old friends, delete all that shit. Go no contact. Don't try to entertain contact for a fucking second. If you need to be yourself out, if you need to usher yourself out of social media, please do so. And just stay distracted, man, because the pain that you're experiencing at present is that you've essentially, in all likelihood, redirected all of your focus, your energy, your sense of self, your sense of time well spent to this person in your relationship. And so, one, take the lesson that in order to have a healthy relationship, you need to be independently fulfilled. You need to have your own shit. You need to have your own boundaries. You need to have your own friends, hobbies, etc., and engage with them. You know what I mean? Don't fucking shed all sense of self and reassign you to this newfound coupledom. You know what I mean? You are you, they are them. That's the goal. But yeah, rediscover those things that you love. Get yourself into some hobbies, some passions, some interests, and know that there's always a better. All of my relationships have led to better. So all of my breakups have led to better pairings thus far in my life. All of my successive relationships have been improvements on the ones before them because you grow up, you learn more about yourself, you learn what you really need, what really fits well. Of course, brother.
Do you get treated differently now?
It's been different. Yeah, our relationship has been very different since then. But we're getting
I don't
there.
know if you
We're
can
getting there.
survive
We're getting
infidelity, dude.
communicating a lot. It was really rough at first. It was a lot of and now it's more like
Yeah, it was a you
well,
cheated.
Let's figure it out.
Did you talk to your husband about being in this video?
Oh yeah, God yeah. No,
Okay.
I would have been choked to death if I would have.
Thank you.
I might have cheated too. I'm not gonna lie. I would have.
Oh my gosh.
Like, my mom keeps inviting this anime shirt wearing man bun having goofball. What do? Put your headphones on, dude. We'll be out in a few hours.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're like a little F-boy Ken doll, you know? Yeah.
I'm glad I got it wrong. I am.
Yeah, I got cheated on, did not cheat.
All right, what happened?
Her phone ended up being broken, and she was like, oh, can I, like, talk to my friends on Snapchat, like, on your phone? And I was like, oh, sure, of course.
This woman is an idiot. Like, straight up, I've never... It's like asking cops... It's like if there's a murder investigation going on, you know? And you ask the cops to hold your gun. You know what I mean? I think she wanted to break up, probably.
She didn't log out, so I went on it to go snap my friends. And all of a sudden, I just see guy I've never seen before, And I saw her sending pictures. I saw her saying stuff that she wanted them to come do to her.
Okay, sexting. She
right,
was sexting.
essentially, yeah.
Did you forgive them?
Yes, but I was an idiot, so I was younger. And this literally happened 3 times in one relationship, and I kept forgiving. I don't know why. I think it was, I was young, and I was like, oh, I love this person, blah, 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 and all that.
So then, are you paranoid about people not being honest with you going forward?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, okay.
It's always in the back of the mind, but now I know.
The best thing is just realizing that it's a gift to discover it, right? You can't control people out of it. Now, don't get me wrong. You can try to select for certain attributes that might make it less likely, but at the end of the day, you got to just let people be who they're going to be and do what they're going to do. If they cheat, break up with them.
And I'm like, any little sign, I'm like, nope, you're cut.
Yeah. Warning signs. Right? You got to guard up.
Right. 100%.
Yeah. I feel like that's how I feel too. Because I haven't dated in like a really long time, so. Because the last relationship was so messy and horrible, and you know.
Didn't you cheat though?
I was just taking it, you know, just one thing after the next. It was awful, man.
So I got.
That dude wants it.
Are you wrong?
Yes.
So you've been cheated on.
I have been.
Did the Cheesecake Factory have anything to do with it? Like, were they mad you were getting too much attention, and so they sought attention somewhere else?
This woman thinks that the Cheesecake Factory is fucking Sodom Gomorrah. I'll never understand this, man.
No, my job did not have anything to do with that.
Okay.
You said that I look easy to cheat on.
I was right.
Kind of offended me. From a man telling a female saying that you look like you get cheated on a lot, or like you look easy to cheat on.
Yeah.
I don't know, kind of.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
What happened?
I was
like,
with
I
this
know.
girl. I was like, oh, can I come over?
I need followers.
She was like, no. She said, oh, I think you should sleep at home.
Man telling a female. Certain cultures use colloquially female a lot more than others. So, like, I don't know. I think that I'm hearing like a bit of an accent. I'm not here to.
And I was like, that's really weird. And my gut told me.
Patronizing a little, but I understand. Well, what's your issue? For me, what I'm hearing is like, oh, I thought you were taking issue with the word female. I think that there is something to interpret more when you're like looking at like what a man who is oftentimes in a position to like, you know, indict women on the basis of their intuition, what they're perceiving, especially historically, and how men have policed, you know, the appearances of women. I don't know if there's really much of an issue with. I wouldn't tell someone they look easy to cheat on, but I think it was more banterful than anything, you know?
I'm gonna drive to her house. And it was late at night, and I heard moaning. I hopped over the railing, and I broke in.
Sounds wokey. When someone says a man telling a woman, essentially, I thought you were taking issue with the word female.
And couldn't find the girl, but I did find her phone and her ID. And it was somebody that she used to have sexual relations
insane.
with.
See, I wish I had done things like that, you know? That's satisfying.
First time and last time I ever went crazy.
That's not crazy. That's okay. That's great.
Wow, you did break into somebody's house. How was that?
I feel like this was a
What's air? Nah, bro, it's air. I'm not that stupid. Wait, what do you mean it's air? I'm so lost on what you're saying.
weird experience because it's like no one wants to be labeled as a cheater.
People have always cheated. I think it's a deep personality flaw that people need to work through.
ALR, okay.
That's fine. You can still be a decent person. You just don't deserve a good relationship.
I think that there are certain things that, like, you know, you have to consider cultural precedent and, like, historical precedent when you're talking about who wields power over whom. When you're talking about, like, a man telling a woman she's dressed like a slut is a little different than a woman telling a woman she's dressed like a slut. Like, there are differences in how that's going to be received based on how men have tried to, you know, control and police women's self-expression on the basis of these things. Women as well, but men being a more formative influence in that regard on a historical level, right? That being said, I mean, I felt like it was just tongue-in-cheek. I don't know. Like the dude that was. I probably wouldn't have.
Well, it would just go back to, like, if I'm going to commit to someone, I'm going to cut off all the hoes and just be committed. That's why it's taken me so long to date, because it's just really tough
He's just having so much sex.
for me to find someone that's like, am I ready? Can I trust them?
Spoken like a cheater,
How are
man.
you gonna know you can trust somebody unless you try again?
And that's where my walls are up. That's where my walls are up, so it'll happen one day.
Hi, my name is
I don't know
Randy.
about this guy, man. I don't know about him. These walls, baby.